The only Minecraft city that can be beaten on one block. On block. Lá vai.
5 years ago, a world-first Minecraft seed was discovered where you could beat the entire game without...
Ah, tá, eu sei. Não, cancela, é verdade. Eu sei dessa seed. Eu já joguei em live alguma coisa.
leaving the chunk you spawned in.
O spawn já é direto, eu tô ligado.
Every single thing you would need to go to the end and kill the dragon could be obtained from this small area alone, an exceedingly rare one-of-a-kind seed. After making a video about that seed, discussions about an even rarer seed where you could beat the game without leaving the block you spawned on occurred, but no such seed came to fruition. Until now, 5 years later, where an extremely intelligent player has found a seed where you can beat Minecraft without moving side to side or leaving this one block, and the strategies he used to do so are incredibly out of the box and interesting. So let's briefly recap what happened. Back in 2021, this seed for Minecraft 1.7.10 was found by the Minecraft at Home team.
Eu lembro. Eu joguei essa porra. Eu acho que eu vi o vídeo dele, eu não lembro. Não lembro se eu vi o vídeo dele, mas eu lembro dessa seed.
Is dedicated to finding unique and interesting seeds, where you spawned in a savannah village with a stronghold containing an end portal right below it. The gist of this seed is, by trapping some mobs and villagers within the chunk you spawned in, and then setting up a villager breeder, you could breed passive mobs like sheep for wool, to then trade with villagers for emeralds, which you could then trade to the old 1.7.10 priests for Eyes of Ender and items like arrows, to then head to the end and beat the dragon, all without leaving this chunk. This was the first known Minecraft seed to have everything you could need to beat it within the same chunk you spawned in. Such a seed would never simply happen just by pure chance. It took the Minecraft at Home team 2 months of searching for seeds with specific properties, such as a stronghold which had generated below a village, which the player also spawned in, to find such a seed after all. So doing the same with just one block seems like it shouldn't even be possible, right?
Bloco? Como assim bloco, velho?
But first, do you like to play games on the go, but also don't want to carry around a big clunky phone? Well then, this video sponsor, the new Red Magic 11 Air, might be just what you've been looking for.
Rapaziada, Red Magic, rapaziada, made in China, é o bagulho, hein? É o bagulho, hein? Ele falou e tá falado.
Below. This is Eliotex, a former Minecraft speedrunner turned technical Minecrafter and seed hunter who has spent a considerable amount of time searching for unusual Minecraft seeds. A couple months ago now, Eliotex saw my video about beating the game in one chunk and also wondered if he could do better. So he first downloaded all known 11i portal seeds from the Minecraft at Home team database, deliberately ignoring 12i seeds, as in older versions of the game which he was looking in. An end portal which generated with 12 eyes already filled would not automatically light up as it does in modern versions. Now, one important factor about the original one chunk seed is that you didn't need to go to the nether at all to get blaze rods for the Eyes of Ender, as you could just trade with the villagers instead. This bypassed a whole headache-inducing step of ensuring that a nether fortress with a blaze spawner would be in the same chunk you would enter the nether in. That being said, in this case specifically, Eliotex actually found that if he were to search for a seed that used villager trading to get Eyes of Ender instead of the nether, it would create significantly more problems than searching for one where you'd have to go to the nether instead. The main reason for this being the fact that in the original one chunk seed, the portal had most of its eyes not filled, so that wasn't an issue. But here Eliotex was only looking for 11 eye seeds, thus finding a seed where you not only spawned directly above an 11 eye end portal frame, but also in a village where you could reasonably access all of the villages without moving, seemed like the wrong approach. So, after reducing the
total... Não é possível que ele achou essa porra, mano. Calma, velho.
To number of 11i seeds down from around 2.7 billion to 23.4 million by filtering seeds which had blaze spawners within 2 chunks of an end portal's equivalent overworld location. Eliotex would then use another algorithm he made to check if the spawn point of those 23.4 million seeds could potentially be above an end portal, which further reduced the total to 3.7 million. He then used another algorithm that would actually confirm if the spawn point was above a stronghold from those 3.7 million seeds, seeds, which reduced the total down to 73. 73 seeds where you spawned above a stronghold, with a blaze spawner in the nether being 2 chunks away. Eliotex manually went through each of those 73 seeds, with majority missing an important criterion, such as having no wood or trees within reach, no lava or water, or even blaze spawners being too far away to access. He did find 4 that were valid and technically beatable, but 3 of them had unreliable nethers, where the chances of getting a blaze rod looked slim to none. However, the final 1 seed remaining in particular, which looked most reliable, is this seed right here for 1.8.9.
Oh!
So, let's take a look and
1.8.9, hein? O PVP, mano. A versão.
discuss the seed. If we load it up, you'll see we spawn on a small island surrounded by a relatively large deep ocean biome.
Okay.
Another thing you may notice is that our spawn coordinates are already about 1,000 blocks away from 0, 0. This is a very uncommon spawn location, which
Caralho, muito longe do 00 mesmo.
is important for this seed, as it means we've spawned out far enough that we can be directly above a stronghold, which is also the reason why Eliotex search for seeds, specifically in 1.8.9. You see,
Eu não sabia que no 1.8.9 o margem era assim, meio variado, tá ligado? Bonitinho até, mesmo sendo vazio.
in Minecraft 1.8.9, a world only generates with 3 strongholds, each usually just under 1,000 blocks away from 0, 0, in a triangular shape, whereas in 1.9 plus versions, 128 generate, making searching for strongholds with specific properties in these seeds significantly more time consuming, as there are so many more strongholds to go through. Furthermore, in 1.9 plus, the closest strongholds to 0, 0 in a world generally generate too far away from 0, 0 for a player to spawn above them, or in the cases of 1.13 to 1.17, isn't even possible due to the way the spawn point algorithm worked, which is why searching for a seed for this challenge in 1.8.9 is all the more essential. Anyways, to ensure we can beat Minecraft on just 1 block, only moving up and down, the spawn location of a
Mano, eu lembro numa seed quando joguei speedrun, na época eu jogava speedrun, sei lá no início, hypado, uma seed que eu peguei tipo a coordenada, tipo, eu lembro, mano, 900 e alguma coisa, 1100, tá ligado? Eu lembro na live que eu falei, caralho, mano, gente, essa coordenada de Stronghold é bizarra, mano. Não era pra ser tipo 1500, 1400. Eu lembro que era 900, eu falei, caralho, 900, mano. Eu fiquei, mano, embasbacado com essa porra, velho.
seed like this also needs to be far
Deve ser,
out
tipo, muito raro, tá ligado?
enough for us to spawn above an end portal too. If we teleport to 0, 0 on
Tipo,
this
1000 é bagulho, tipo, mano, eu não sei se era absurdamente raro, mano, mas 900 mil...
seed, you'll see that the surrounding area is a lot of ocean plus some additional terrain, which Minecraft decided was not as valid of a spawn location as the small island we spawned on. The basic explanation for this, without getting too technical, is that the way Minecraft searches for a valid spawn location is first to check for a grass block in a close-by area around 0, 0. Then, if it can't find one, it will start searching in a zigzag-like formation to find a valid grass block to spawn on.
Caralho.
The reason we've spawned out so far on the seed is because when doing this zigzag pattern of searching, the game happened to miss
Muita água.
most typically considered valid locations, ending up all the way out 1,000 blocks on an
Caralho, deu zigue-zague lá, só bateu em água e pá.
island in the ocean. Back to our spawn island though. To beat this seed while remaining on the same block and only being able to move up and down means that there are technically only 9 valid spawn locations
Oi, nessa versão não fica exposto, não? Não,
available to us. When you generate a
não
Minecraft
tô vendo
world,
nenhum bagulho exposto da Stronghold aqui.
even with the same seed, you don't always spawn on the exact same block, but rather a 21 by 21 area.
Não, mas pode ser 400 blocos, 400, aí 1500. Eu tô falando que é tipo 900 mil. Quando o segundo número, a segunda coordenada é 1000, porque pode ser 900, 1600, 1700. Mas 900 mil, tipo, quase, tipo, mano, 1000 eu já peguei, mas 900 mil é um bagulho muito doido, mano.
Around the origin point
Deve
of
ser
the
muito baixa a porcentagem.
world. If
Porque a
we use
porcentagem pra, tipo, mano... Eu sei que deve ser baixo, tá
a
ligado?
program called NBT Explorer to check this seed's level.dat file and see its data, we can see the origin point of this seed is negative 406, 64, 5.
Mas nunca vou esquecer da run que eu me expliquei lá nos inícios do speedrun. Que eu... Olha, presta atenção. Cara, eu nunca vou esquecer, cara. Porque eu morri por causa de Blaze, mano. Fiz o portal do Nether, entrei dentro de um bastião, que era o bastião, era o Treasure, eu acho, né? Que tem aquele spawner lá. E o portal estava dentro do quadradão lá do spawner do Bastion. Só que dentro, o portal caiu. Eu lembro essa porra, ninguém clipou, né? Acho que tem clipe, na real. dentro da fortaleza, que a fortaleza estava dentro do quadradão do treasure. E o que estava da fortaleza dentro era o spawner do Blaze. E o portal que eu fiz estava no spawner do Blaze, dentro do bastião. Era... Presta atenção. Calma aí, vou abrir o Paint. Vou abrir Photoshop, nada, foda-se. Mano, era o treasure. O treasure é aquele quadrado assim, né? Aí tem a ponte aqui, né? Pera aí. Ó, isso daqui é a visão de cima, tá? Visão de cima. Tem aquele local lá, né? Tem uns bagulhinho meio fudido aqui, né? Esse é de cima. Aí tem a pontezinha. E aí embaixo aqui, ó. Tem aquele bagulho, né? Aqui. E aí aqui tem vários traçados, né? E aí tem a lava. Aí fica a lava embaixo, né? Acho que vocês sabem qual que é esse bastião. E aí tem a pontezinha aqui, né? E a pontezinha se encaixa no super quadradão lá, né? Do bastião. Aí dentro do bastião lá tem aquela pontezona lá embaixo, né? Que tem um spawner aqui, né? Um spawner de magma cube lá. O que aconteceu, que eu não lembro como que era, mas a reta da fortaleza, né? Aquela passagem, o bagulho de Blaze tava aqui, ó. Tá ligado? Aí o spawner do Blaze tava aqui no meio, né? Só que tava, tipo, um pouco mais acima. E aí, quando eu fiz o portal... Eu não sei qual posição, mas eu caí, tipo, o portal caiu, tipo, assim, mano. Tá ligado? Dentro também do... Dentro, tá? Dentro do... Isso, assim. Dentro do bastião, tava tudo dentro. E eu me expliquei. Eu não consegui nessa run, porque eu spawnei, tava um monte de blaze, tava tentando pegar posição. Eu não sei se eu tinha muita comida. Mas aí eu já tava chocado pra cá, porque é um bagulho muito raro e eu entreguei nessa run. Mas, mano, faz um tempo que eu não vejo uma run foda assim, tá ligado? Uns caras pegando um bagulho desse assim, velho. Era dentro dos dois, era tudo no mesmo lugar. Eu peguei uma seed assim, eu não vou esquecer disso até hoje, velho. Eu peguei uma seed assim, lá nos dias 1 de speedrun. Tá ligado? Muito difícil hoje em dia porque a gente reseta muita seed, mas isso daqui foi muito doido, mano. Imagina a chance dessa porra.
F65.
Hoje em dia, agora que você fica resetando um monte de seed, velho.
A location.
Eu lembro, porque até o Spectro, a gente ficava todo dia conversando bagulho de speedrun, mano. E o Spectro viu e falou, caralho, nem fudendo pegou essa porra, mano. E eu fiquei mó chateado, mano. Mó chateado que eu entreguei a live toda, velho. Eu fiquei muito broxado, velho.
Not valid to beat the seed, since it's not above the portal.
Não, mas o Overworld não era tão bom assim, não.
Fortunately, due to the natural 21 by 21 area variance,
deve ter entrado com 3 minutos na época. 4, essas coisas assim, padrão.
That comes with spawning into a world, spawning on the 9 valid locations is in fact possible. When it comes to the 9 valid blocks to spawn on in particular, these 3 here, which are close enough to this tree to pick up wood, are the only 3 which seem to be valid, with Eliotex's run spawning on this block here, the diagonal one. So, if you're going to attempt this challenge yourself, you probably have to create the world over and over until you get one with the correct spawn location, or use a mod to do so. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, by the way, no pressure of course. Now it's time to finally see how Eliotex actually beat the seed from this one block alone, only moving up and down without moving left or right whatsoever. First, he got some wood from the nearby tree, made some tools, and then dug straight down. About 14 blocks down, fortunately there is an 8 block iron vein that you can then mine, which will be important for the next step of the challenge where we'll need buckets. You might be thinking, how do you reach these iron ore blocks without moving though? Well, simple, you can just place blocks in their location to move them towards you like so. After that, Eliotex continued mining down until he arrived at the 11i portal, but not to actually go to the end yet, as instead, Eliotex is going to be using the lava within the portal frame to make a nether portal. But there is one big issue. There's only 9 lava source blocks here within reach, and you need 10 to make a nether portal, as you need 10 obsidian, obviously. However, if you keep digging down, you'll fall into a cave system with some more iron within collection range, a single water source, which is the only one within reach, as well as a lava pit, providing more than enough lava to make the portal. Eliotex Eliotex then went back up to the end portal and made a nether portal with the lava and water he had obtained. In the nether there was yet another problem though, as the portal generated at the wrong Y level, too low compared to the actual blaze spawner. Now, from my own testing, it seems that no matter what, you can never get the portal to generate here in the blaze spawner chamber. It will always be too high or too low. But Eliotex had a very smart method to deal with this. After entering the nether, he broke his original portal and placed some blocks around to prevent other nether portals from generating at the same location, too far below the actual spawner. He then dug up in the nether near the spawner and made room for a portal to generate. Prior to entering the nether, Eliotex set up a small contraption here where he places water next to a pressure plate with an item on it. After 5 minutes, the item on the pressure plate despawns and updates the water, making it flow towards the portal. If you put another item in the path the water would flow, a bit after the original one that despawned, the water would then push this item into the nether portal. Now, since an item has been pushed into the nether portal, it needs a valid portal in the nether to exit out of.
Sim.
But remember, Eliotex broke his original portal in the nether, meaning currently no valid ones exist there. So when the item is pushed in the overworld, the game generates a new portal in the nether right at the location Eliotex dug out next to the blaze spawner.
Caralho, mano! Vai se fuder, mano!
Very
Puta que pariu, cara! Mano, papo reto, velho. Quando eu vi isso, mano, quando eu vi o bagulho aí do bloquinho do press play, pressure plate, eu falei, cara, sério, velho.
Out of the box.
Sim, mano, eu tô ligado nessa porra, velho.
And remember, this was all done because there's no obtainable diamonds on this seed, meaning once Eliotex entered the nether, he had to destroy his nether portal with an iron pick to go upwards to the blaze spawner, and thus would not have another obsidian block to relight the portal and go back. He was then able to kill a blaze for a single blaze rod and head back to the overworld. Now all he really needed was an ender pearl, a bow and some arrows. And this part is easily the most time consuming. Eliotex
perde tempo, porém é de boa, tá ligado? É sorte, na real.
Built a tower using trapdoors, of which he had to painstakingly and slowly farm wood to get by placing saplings around him. Using this tower, he could go up high to despawn mobs and then back down to check what spawned. Doing this over and over allowed him to get the right spawns like endermen, as well as a bunch of spiders and skeletons, which would be useful for the end. Now, in my original one chunk video, upon entering the end, I didn't try actually killing the dragon within the same chunk, as I thought it was impossible. So doing the same but from one block, it genuinely seemed hopeless. Breaking all the crystals to prevent the dragon from healing already seems hard enough without being able to move, even if you towered up super high to do so. But then actually killing the dragon without dying or being knocked off your one block into the void seemed like a task that wasn't even within the realm of possibility. But Eliotex had an interesting strategy. In 1.8, the location of the end crystal towers always differs when you hop in the end. So by making a backup of the world and entering the end over and over, he eventually got a layout he could reasonably shoot from his one block. Okay, that's one problem solved, but how did he actually manage to kill the dragon? Well, using doors. I'm not kidding. By waiting for the dragon to charge at him whilst standing on a door connected to a block, he would break the block the door was on, dropping him down 3 blocks out of the dragon's attack hitbox, allowing him to get 1 attack in without the dragon hitting him back. This is much harder than it looks, by the way.
Porra, isso deve ser difícil pra caralho pra ter o time perfeito.
Since you need to do this dozens of times to kill the dragon, trust me. But eventually he managed to kill the dragon after many backup
Mano, isso deve ser difícil pra porra.
And attempts. Now, part of the reason why the seed is in 1.8.9 and not in modern versions also
Aqui ele sofreu um pouquinho. Aqui foram uns bons... Aqui foi uns bons sofrimentos, mano. Tudo por um conteúdo do cara. Aqui é que... um cara merece uma boa quantidade de like mesmo, cara. Sinceramente. Vai, caralho, meu amigo.
Seed is in 1.8.9 and not in modern versions also relates to the end fight here. When you kill the dragon in modern Minecraft, the end portal exit...
muitas horas, mano... mano... Cara, deixa eu entender esse número aqui, cara.
And not in modern versions...
43 horas, 28 minutos e 49 segundos.
Also relates to the...
Não é isso, velho. Pera.
9 and not in...
mano, 43 horas, 28 minutos e 48 segundos. Né? Esse daqui é quando você pausa, ainda fica contando, né? E aqui é o com pause. 4 horas, 11 minutos e 47.
Modern versions also relates to the end fight here. When you kill the dragon in modern Minecraft, the end portal exit always generates at 00 in the center of the end.
In game time and real time.
island, meaning you would not be able to complete the 1-block challenge, as you would have to move off that 1 block to enter the portal to leave the end and properly beat the game.
Então,
however, in 1.8.9 and earlier versions, the
o portal spawna bem onde você tá.
exit gateway generates at the location you killed the dragon.
O dragão
at
quando o dragão tá, onde tá o dragão, verdade.
level 64, allowing you to pillar up right as the dragon is dying and enter the fountain, thus completing the challenge. Pretty genius all round, and something I never thought was even possible when I made my original one chunk video all those years ago now. Since beating Minecraft in the same block while only moving up and down, Eliotex also found another seed where he was able to beat the game without moving up or down, remaining on the exact same Y level, basically the opposite. Which just begs the question, there is now only one greater accomplishment left. Is it possible to beat Minecraft without moving at all? No side-to-side movement and no up or down movement, staying at the exact same coordinates the entire time, something which nobody has ever considered to be possible before.
Porra, aí é foda!
As after
Vai
all,
fazer esse Elliot ficar 100 anos encontrando a Seed, que vai spawnar já com o portal pronto, entrou, e o dragão, sei lá, vai explodir. E pô, como, mano?
you would legitimately need to spawn within the end portal to do so. Well, Eliotex tells me he may actually have found a seed where that's possible and may be working on a method to beat said seed as we speak. So you'll just have to go subscribe to his channel and ensure you don't miss the video on that when it drops, if it hasn't already. Eliotex's channel, original video and seed will all be in the description below. Please go check him out and give him a sub. Everything he's managed here deserves a lot more attention. But that's all for today. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching.
Não, ele não conseguiu achar essa... Que isso, velho. Oh, nice vídeo. Vídeo bom. Caraca, mano. Da hora aí o gameplay dele aqui, tá, mano?